All right. I let this. This is a follow up from the last video. I let this thing run overnight. Um, so now it's in about 4.5 million units of time later. Uh, I slowed it down so you could see what it's doing from one moment in time to the next. So it's formed 4 lines. All of them are in a line together, and there is no more black anymore. So that the original um, the original machine did get the code did get replaced. There is no instance of it anymore. Um, there's about as many as 188 random changes from the original design, and there's a lot of different variations. It's like maybe it's like 188 plus or maybe within 10, maybe 185 plus or minus 5 changes existing. And um, well, as far as these moves go, I see they're not very high, the counts, because I made the counters, accidentally made them a byte array instead of a double array of doubles. So the thing that's keeping count are bytes. So you're not seeing any more than 255 um, for the count here, because I can't stop. I'd have to stop the app, I think, to change the data type from a byte to a double to get a real accurate count of what's going on. But even though, like, at first glance, you think, okay, well, it looks like they got stuck and it's just a line, 4 lines, and that's how it works. But it's actually not doing that. Over time, the lines of organisms are shifting. They're getting recreated and slowly shifted. I took some screenshots of over time. You can see that they're shifting. So this was like an hour ago, right? At 5:49, and then at 5, less than 10 minutes later, you see that all of them. Well, this screenshot's a little shifted. Yeah, you can see they're shifting here. Like this one is almost at the end. I could speed it up, and you can kind of get a better idea what's happening. Eventually, you see, like, it starts to build another one when they shift. Let's see if I can speed it up more. Like right here. See how it's building it? I'll fast forward it a little bit more. And I took one of the machines and I constructed it into like a graphical representation um, of the Turing machines. So the one I grabbed has its code like this. So it's added a lot onto itself. This thing is still the same here. it kept that. It's keeping that code at the moment. This was what I used to have it rotate around 360 and move left one. But instead of just moving left one, it's got a lot of different decisions from that point. I can't really I can't decipher it, but yeah, you see how that last time I showed this, the line was on the end here, and now you see that it's moved. It's moved over here now. This is like a world where once you go to the top, you end up on the bottom, kind of like a Pac-Man thing, where you go over this way, you end up over here, but slow back down again. There's a lot of eating going on, because even though it's only a byte array, you can see that it's changing a lot. Clicking on the same one, see how it's changing so much? And yeah, the attack's not going up, so I was expecting it to learn how to use the attack and drain energy from one another and kind of develop a competitive behavior. Yeah, but it hasn't done that, and it might still do it later. But maybe the reason why it hasn't done it is because they're mostly. I mean, there's a little bit of variation between each, but in general, they're all mostly the same kind of. Um, they're all basically the same, and maybe just having like an uh, altruistic strategy is just better. So um, thought maybe if there was a random mutation that would change it to start attacking, and then it would turn another machine into food faster, and then it gets a competitive edge over the other ones, and then that trait takes over, and then like attacking and acquiring food faster would be a benefit. Uh, and maybe if I made two starter machines that did have attack, they would uh, maybe they would branch off into um, other machines that improved the attack, and then they would branch off into competitors, and then you would get a lot of the uh, like strategies and stuff, competitive strategies. And the way I imagined it is they would be just being evasive and backing, hit and run, and doing all sorts of like certain types of attacks. But it's not. Didn't see that with this one, but it is the way it mutates and stuff. It's all random, so it could. I mean, if I run it again, it could develop attacks. take advantage of the attack option. Uh, or if I let this continue to run, um, maybe it'll learn attacking. But they had kind of developed like a group behavior uh, overnight, and it's like the way the whole line copies itself a little bit. Moves the whole line moves to the you know you the whole line moves over. I didn't expect that. So. All right.